Hello, my beloved. So glad that you are joining me. My name is Jim Lee, and I'm beginning this new series. It's called The Eight Pillars of the Light. Where do I get this from? Well, our true identity is that we are light workers and that we are essentially light beings. The whole truth is that we came here to be more than our race, more than our nationality, more than our sexual orientations, more than mother, father, sister, or brother, more than our degrees and our occupations and all of those things. Our true identity, we're the light. We're light beings. We are light workers right here and right now. And to bring this point home, there is a little book that I like by Neil Donald Walsh. As you remember, he had this book called Conversations with God. And this is a children's book, and it's called The Little Soul and the Sun. And it's a wonderful allegory, and as it breaks it down in a children's story. And yes, I am shamelessly promoting this book. If you haven't read it, you need to go get it. I know it's a children's book, but it's good. So, the truth of this book is it's pointing to the truth. And it is such a way that I think everybody can get it. So, how it starts is like this. Once upon no time, or like that, there was a little soul that knew exactly who he was. He said, I am the light. And as he evolved, he wanted to experience what it really would feel like to be a fully illuminating light, just shining. And God listened to him, and God said, well, in order for that to happen, you need to be surrounded by darkness. But no problem. I have just the place for you to go. There is this little place called Earth. And trust me, they could really use some light. However, in order for you to experience this darkness, you've got to go there and you forget that you are the light, and so that in this process, you can really let your light shine. So the little soul was excited, and he said to God, I got this. I feel honored. I feel blessed to have the opportunity for my light to really shine. And another light overheard the conversation that they were having with God. And he said, to make it possible, I will dim my light and turn into darkness, and I will contort myself to support you in being the light. The darker I am able to get, the brighter your light will shine. And I will contort myself and make myself ugly and despicable just for you, because that's how much I love you. The only thing that I ask, please remember me in the midst of your pain and sorrow, that my true identity is light underneath all of this darkness, just like yours. This will liberate me, and your light will shine even brighter. Oh, and the little soul said, ooh, this is really good. I will never, ever forget your sacrifice that you have made so that my light can shine. So the little soul began this, this fantastic adventure, this journey on the earthly plane. And as he did this journey, sure enough, he forgot everything, but one thing he did remember, that God said, I will only send you angels. And he started to live. Well, my beloved brothers, this is an allegory of, I would say, all of us. I know it's a children's story, but let's take a look at this and just feel into this. what is it that we truly are? And where do we really come from? What we're saying is we're the light. And the light means that, in essence, our identity, who we really are, is love, wisdom, peace, and wholeness. And if we choose to come into this human experience to bring this love, peace, wholeness to all experiences, that's how the light shines. And we were like born into this paradigm of duality and separateness. We are living within the boundaries of this physical body and living within a paradigm of separateness and living, and I would call, in this dualistic world of opposites, inside, outside, hot, cold, good, bad. That's what this whole paradigm is made of, right here on earth. And it is perfect, just absolutely perfect for us. It's like it's designed for us, for our light to shine. So this series is designed for us to remember the truth that we are the light. And so the 8 pillars of light are reminders, just pointing to our authentic identity, our true essence. The 8 pillars are what I would call a wake-up call to support us in remembering this truth. Now, the number 8 is a numerological number. It means karma, and it means a few other things, but I'm not referring to numerology. This is like a mystical 8. It turned on its side to mean infinity, the infinity of love. So the 8 pillars of light that I am proposing to invite you into are really access points to love and to your true identity. This is what it's all about. So the 8 pillars. Starting off, we want to talk to you today about the pillar of belonging. Then there's self-love, surrender, grace, possibility, divine purpose, synergy. And the last one is the pillar of emergence. So let's get down to the pillar of belonging. The sense of it is we have a deep longing to belong. We have a individualized body. However, we have this deep urge and longing to be connected. It shows up in our relationships with families and groups and communities, and even gangs have a sense of belonging. That's the reason why people even join a gang. This is the truth of it all, is that we are, I would call, communal people with an innate longing to belong. We got this far as Homo sapiens because we've developed relationships more than the other species. As a matter of fact, there were 4 other human species going on the planet at the same time, but we outlasted them. And the truth of it is we did it because we got into community, and that supported us to survive. You know, and I just thought about this. That's the reason why we have a maximum isolation in prison. That's an extreme punishment, is not to belong and not to have contact with others. So the truth is, we want to be one of the family. We want to be, what I would say, in a relationship of intimacy and a sense of unconditional love. And most of all, being in this love reminds us of the intimacy and the love that we have with God and the light as the one. Well, in America, I guess we've come a long way from that. We're living more, I would say, in isolationism than anything else. Robert Putnam, in his book entitled Bowling Alone, reports that over the last 25 years, civic club memberships are down by about 58%. Families eating together have dropped from, at one point in time, around 50% now to 34%. The fact of inviting people over to your house has dropped like 45%. We have quickly become a generation of people who live in what I would call a cocooned lives. We are tethered, so to speak, to our electronic devices. And more we are isolated from one another. And I walk my dog in the mornings. Sometimes I pass by a group of kids that are at the bus stop waiting for the bus to come along. And all of them are looking at their devices. And I don't hear, very rarely, one of them talking to one another. Well, in the Bible, in Genesis 2:18, it says, "It is not good for people to be alone." Well, we are alone, and it is so perfect. There's nothing wrong with this. It's just that we got to remember that we are the light, and we bring the light to ourselves. And all of this condition is just set up for us to do this. And so our goal now, I just want us to know, we belong. Its belonging has potency. And remember that not only did we choose to come here, but we were chosen to be here. And we have chosen to come into these bodies. And in that, though, we belong to this moment. Just remember who we are, that we belong to be here, and right now, to bring this light. Remember, our identity is not so much all of the conditions, circumstances going on, but our identity is steeped in the freedom of the realm of spirit, the boundless existence outside of time and space. And we remember that we are this light. Now, this mission is to live, I would say, in such a way that as we do this, it's a growth in consciousness for ourselves and to others. So this is what I'm inviting you to do and me to do as often as we can. Just relax and surrender to this moment. What I mean by this moment, I'm talking about the future, not the past. This moment. And remember that you and I, we are the light. We belong here. We are bearers of this light. This, right now, is our moment. And there's an affirmation that I like to say a lot, and that is, my God, what a fantastic time to be alive. And as life occurs, we're just saying, oh, goody, look at all of this darkness, so our light can shine. And so this light of consciousness, I call it love, peace, joy, and miracles, is in and through us and here for us as us. So today I'm inviting us to look to our right, look to our left, and to remember everyone that we meet is really asking us to remember who they are, that they are the light. And as we share our light with them and remember who we are so that we can remember them, together we will evolve and we will grow as a greater expression of love on the planet. It's our time. We can do this. This is the first portal and access into what it is to get with your authentic identity of the light. You belong right here, right now. Shine your light of love. And so it is. Amen.